Let's get ready to suck it! Jahmez, remember, he hates Phil for this.
Distance nerding.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Alderon.
Good morning, Alderon.
That's kind of what I was going for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Taco Tuesday. Apparently, there's a deal at Jim Boy's for those of you who are on the West Coast. And you know what that means. You are now watching and experiencing and just taking in all of the amazingness that is Distance Nerding.
Part of the Comic-Con radio podcast family.
Biscuits, it's Jahmez 5000.
He's our young Falcor. It's young Phil. And we're here to nerd together.
I still got it.
Nailed it. For the 168th time? Good Lord.
Yeah, we are here, man. We're getting it.
We're talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons, trailers. Okay, maybe not trailers today. I think you've had enough of trailers. Whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Guys, you got to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, YouTube, Discord, all at the places at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you want to send us an email, you can email us at your favorite place, Dist.
This just in, call your local Jim Boys for the deals. We have ground beef tacos, 2 for $22. What? That doesn't make any sense. Say Wong, you got to work on your grammar. Ground beef tacos, $2.22 on a Tuesday.
I think that makes more sense. It's nerding at AOL.com. And of course, we will read that on air. Jahmez, how's your weekend been, man? How's everything been?
It's been great. Egg hunts. It's great.
Yeah.
Pushing kids over. It's great.
Egg hunts by my house and not coming by.
Yes. Just mashing over kids. I deserve the candy, not them.
You're not wrong. You definitely deserve the candy over the kids.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring this on.
Oh, for those not watching, just a random finger lick and then an arm lick.
Coffee.
Jesus, are you doing tequila shots right now? What are you doing? You're licking everything.
I had to stir my coffee with my finger.
No, you don't.
I don't have spoons right now. My spoons are in the wash.
Wow.
Yeah.
We use chopsticks, bro. Why don't you get with the times?
I don't even have chopsticks right now. Like everything is just dirty. I'm like,
be a little bit more woke. Use the chopsticks. Yeah. Or just swirl it.
I mean, I guess I could have done that, but when I pulled my finger out, I spilled it on my arm and oh, no COVID, no COVID precautions here at all. I'm just the nastiest. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, with all that nastiness in place, you have now stumbled on to the best kept secret on the internet. You are now watching The Download. And once again, the graphics department has upped their game.
Upped it. I like it. I need a new T-shirt with that logo on it. I'm gonna make it happen.
You should, because I mean that's a badass logo. I love the way this whole thing turned out.
I mean, I'd like to take more credit for it, but I guess it's pretty good still.
Yeah, absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into everything. Let's get into the show. This week on deck, we've got the Geek End Update.
Get your taters ready, Idaho. We're coming.
Oh, we're coming. And we're going to take over all of Boise. Us and Ming Chen. It's gonna happen.
I'm a little scared for that. I'm a little scared.
What I'm excited for on this is, at minimum, these are going to be stories that we can tell for the rest of our lives. At least me and Frey and Eugene can, that we can tell for the rest of our lives. And it's like, you remember that time I got arrested with Ming Chen?
Oh, no. I don't see this ending well.
No, it's going to be amazing. I'm sure he's not going to do anything crazy, because I mean, the dude just got put on a board for.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about you guys. He's not worried about, oh, I'm going to Idaho to hang out with a podcast. You, on the other hand, are like, I'm going to go to Idaho and hang out with a celebrity and party. Right?
Right. But guys, starting rumors.
More Bonding rumors.
Yeah.
Bond Silver. Quick Bond. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. Just starting off with Bond rumors again. And then, of course, the download.
Get your lightsaber chopsticks ready. You're going to need them. And you're going to need them for your coffee.
Yeah, I know, right? I should. So let's get into this, guys. Let's talk about the Geek End update.
All right. Screw the sponsors. Distance Nerding.
I did it again.
Is on Comic-Con Radio. Listen to Distance Nerding and our second show, A Comic Conversation, via comiccon-radio.com. Look for Distance Nerding podcast, even this episode, and a new comic conversation each week on comiccon-radio/podcast. I'm going to copy and paste it in the chat. See how easy that is, should do, and go check it out.
Still giving him shit, and he's not even on the show today.
It's the best time. No comebacks. Perfect.
There's no way for him to argue.
Exactly. All right. We mentioned it before. Gem State Comic-Con, April 6th and 7th at Expo Idaho in Boise. If you're of the French descent. It's going to be amazing. We talked about who's going to be there. Ming Chen's going to be there. We keep hearing that Ming Chen wants to hang out and party and have a good time. We're like, okay, bro.
I've been messing with him. He's ready, bro.
Let's do this. I guess it's going to happen. But Sean Astin's going to be there from Goonies and Lord of the Rings and Stranger Things. And he's going to eat all the taters. All the taters. Precious. All the taters. And then if he gets...
He's going to have like secondsies and thirdsies and fourthsies.
Yeah. Second
dinner. Remember that. He's a hobbit. So, I mean, 11sies.
Hey, by the way, he's a really tall hobbit.
I know.
Really tall. He's like the Shaquille O'Neal of hobbits. And if he gets sick, we got a doctor in place. We got Colin Baker, the 6th Doctor Who, is going to be there. That's going to be awesome.
That's right. The kids are excited for that one.
Exactly. Gigi Edgley will be there from Farscape. That's cool.
I just went and rewatched Farscape and was like, oh yeah, man, I forgot how badass of a character she was.
That's cool. Clem So from Skyfall, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, Solo, Jurassic Park, Fantastic Beasts, Black Widow.
Basically every movie you love.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to hear some of his behind the scenes stories. Like, when we talked to David Chung, I think at Gem State, he was like, oh yeah, by the way, and this is what, last year, he's like, by the way, I was in Aquaman, and Aquaman hadn't come out yet. Oh, by the way, I was in Batgirl. Batgirl's never going to come out. And he got to tell us a couple stories from that, you know? So you got to go to Gem State Comic-Con and check out people like Clem So and hear the Hollywood stories that he has. And then speaking of Hollywood stories, the 2018 Predator, Brian A. Prince, will be there. Great guy.
Friend of the show, Brian A. Prince. I love that guy, man.
He's got some fun stories from the set. Some interesting stories.
He's just a fun guy in general.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, you hold the record for world's tallest parkour athlete. Like, that's badass.
Yeah, totally cool. Totally cool. Who else we got? Oh,
Spencer Wilding, man, the guy who played Vader in I was
Rogue.
in Rogue One.
That's the Vader you want to be.
That's the Vader because he showed how badass Vader can be.
You don't want to be the Vader at the end of Jedi that goes, "Let me see you with my own eyes." That guy's crap. Give me the Vader that killed everybody in the hallway. You know, this is the Daredevil. This is the Daredevil of Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was whacking fools left and right. That's what I'm talking about. So Spencer Wilding, and he was also in Game of Thrones, by the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then of course, bringing up one of James's biggest like character idols that he's not even going to be able to talk to, Tony Oliver from Robotech, Rick Hunter himself.
That is so dope. You know, I was going through some of my old stuff that I have, my old toys and stuff, and I found some old Robotech stuff. I might give it to you to have him sign it, like in package.
Oh,
Robotech stuff.
Dude, I'm definitely gonna make sure you bring that over, man, because I want to make sure that given the chance, I'm sure he'd be down to do it, but like have Tony sign that, you know.
Remind me, because I also have this Goonies like movie adaptation, and you know Sean Astin is on the cover. He's in it nonstop in the book, but it's from like 1985. So it'd be cool to have him sign that, you know.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you too, to make you look cool while I'm sitting at home crying.
Exactly.
In my pillow.
That's given I get a chance, because from what I understand, Sean is supposed to be swamped the entire weekend. And usually we try to get those signatures when they have like a moment, but it's like, I don't know if Sean's gonna have a moment, man.
Well, you'll be on stage with him. We'll prop it up. He'll be like, "Whoa, look at that throwback." That'll be fun.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's a good idea, actually.
All right. Speaking of friend of the show, Marie Westbrook. Oh, she's so awesome.
Right. She was in Jujutsu Kaisen, Cyberpunk Edge Runner, Star Wars The Old Republic. Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, that is being featured on Hulu right now. So if you guys haven't gotten a chance to watch it, like you didn't watch it while it was in its run, it is currently on Hulu. So if you want to go check that out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who did she play? Haname?
Haname? Yeah, she's basically like a tree demon
with branches growing out of her eyes.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a genderless tree demon.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. At least they didn't typecast her or anything. Like, she's short, she's beautiful, but like she's this demon monster with branches growing out of her eyes. Okay,
if you look at a lot of the characters she plays, and I think to her testament, she enjoys playing these out of the box characters because it's very opposite of type in who she is. You know, like Hanmei in Jujutsu Kaisen, and then of course, if you look at the way the Dorio is built in Cyberpunk Edge Runners, like the Dorio's clearly female, but she is super just big.
The Rhea Ripley of tree demons.
If the Dorio was or if Dorio was a person in real life, she would dwarf over Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley is big.
Yes. All right. By the way, I loved your interview, or the interview with her, where she was like talking about Star Wars and like I got Star Wars Old Republic. It was like my second gig, and I didn't know what I was doing. And then like her, one of her latest gigs from last year was working on a Star Wars project for Ahsoka. You know, and doing the commercials for that. I'm like, how fun of a bookend story is that with your Star Wars journey? Like, how much have you learned? She's like, oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
What,
cool. she's worked for WWE in multiple cases too. So I mean, like, you know, big deal for us being big wrestling fans. So.
Yeah, Money in the Bank. That's right. She did the cold intro.
Yeah, anyway, she's done a few different projects with WWE where she's done voiceover for them. So that's pretty cool.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Okay, so there's going to be a few more celebrities there too. We're going to have to look that up. They're always adding people. This is what happens as the content gets close, or as the con gets closer. People start going like, "Hey, I want to go to this con. Wait, Sean Astin's going to be there. I want to be there too." So always check gemstatecomiccon.com for tickets and the latest news and who's getting added. It's always fun, and not to mention 2 cosplay contests, one each day, tons of artists, tons of vendors, 3 buildings worth of Comic-Con goodness.
Yeah.
So make sure you check out Gem State Comic-Con, April 6th and 7th in Boise.
And Boise, he's you're making it all nice and fancy now.
I know. That's how I do. I'm very bougie.
So going back and revisiting because I'm an idiot. And James already knows this, so he doesn't even have to say it, multiple times. He already knows Phil's an idiot.
I'm just gonna stare at you and shake my head like a good parent.
Exactly. Thank you for reminding me before on this, but ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about these nerd appreciation shout outs. Because but first, let me get a shout out. Obviously, it's but second, but I mean, still. Shout out to Poddex. In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are a unique interview question and episode starting prompt in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, level up at poddex.com. Now go and download the app. And on checkout, when you buy your Poddex or your merch and all that kind of stuff, use code NERDING10 for 10% off at checkout. We use Poddex for everything. We use them in our interviews. We use them as icebreakers at company retreats. We use them to entertain our children. And particularly James does a Poddex question for his kids every morning.
Yes. It's a little awkward when we get to the adult deck. So
yeah, specifically when you get to the NSFW deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who would you have in a menage a trois? Oh. Keep it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout outs to Dubby. Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. And for those of you who care about this thing, it just might be keto friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, Dubby contains Neurofactor, a neurotropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. To find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg, use the code NERDING10 to get 10% off at checkout. All kinds of new stuff always coming out. We've got all the new flavors. Again, 3 new flavors that just came out that I currently have right now. They've got the Merc Mayhem, which is a cherry limeade, and the Aniba Elixir, which is a sour gummy bear.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then
Amoeba Elixir.
Aniba. ENBA. I think they're supposed to be like another gaming company.
Okay.
Yeah. But those are actually sponsorships that they've done with, or like brand partnerships they've done with other companies. So Merc Mayhem is a brand partnership they did with Mercs. It's a Call of Duty Merc clan, the Call of Duty clan. Right. And then Aniba right here. Aniba Elixir. I want to say that they are a gaming company for equipment and stuff like that.
Very cool.
And then the other new flavor. So they just came out with a new.
Jeez, another one?
Well, no. So they just came out with a new hydro flavor. So the hydro flavor.
Yeah.
There's 3 hydro flavors now.
What?
Yeah. So the one that I didn't get is it was watermelon something, which I'm going to get that next, but I had to choose between one or the other. And this one just appealed to me a little bit more. This one is a strawberry pineapple.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay.
So definitely going to try those out. We're going to be giving out free samples at Gem State. So between the hydro flavors, which are more like Gatorade, and the energy flavors, we'll have those. So come and stop by the table and get yourself some of those flavors if you're going to be at Gem State Comic Con.
You go. Go to Gem State, get hydrated, get some energy. That's smart. Stop by the Distance Nerding booth, get to hang out with Tyler, get some free stickers. It'll be good.
Exactly. I just came out with got a whole bunch of stuff for presentation at Gem State. So hopefully things are going to look nice for us too.
whole bunch of presents. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You'll see it when you come by, James.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
By the way, I got a bunch of free stuff to hand out, so Philippe gets to hand out all this free stuff.
Fray apparently grabbed a whole bunch of free stuff too. Like we just have all kinds of free stuff to give away to people. So
Yeah, it'll be a fun con.
it's
All right,
gonna be great.
don't forget jumpstatecomiccon.com for the tickets and the news. All right.
That's right. So let's get into the speaking of the news, right? Let's get into a little bit of starting rumors. Oh,
I don't know where to get it.
All right, we're shaking up, not stirring, the James Bond rumors. According to reports from The Sun, the iconic film role of James Bond, MI6's most famous spy, has been offered to 33-year-old British actor Aaron Taylor Johnson. Huh?
the dude has been getting like everything lately.
He's got a craven for some Bond action.
My
You know what I mean?
God.
Get it? Get
I
it?
see what you did there. I see what you did there.
There you go. Taylor Johnson has yet to formally accept the role. The tabloid added that, but if he does, he would be the 8th actor to take on the role since the film series began in 1962. Taylor Johnson previously starred in the 2010 black comedy superhero film Kick-Ass and the 2015 Marvel movie Avengers Age of Ultron, and then he's gonna also be Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
What, he gets bitten by a radioactive lion? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's the story. He gets bitten by a radioactive lion.
He's replacing Daniel Craig, who's played the role 5 times since 2006. And tacos on the table. Will Aaron Taylor Johnson kick ass as the new James Bond?
I always forget that he's British.
Yeah, right?
It's because he plays so many American roles that I forget that he's a British dude. And I mean, he's a good enough actor. If there's anything that I think to now when I think of Aaron Taylor Johnson, a lot of people like think of Kick-Ass and other roles. I think of Bullet Train.
Oh yeah.
His character in Bullet Train was badass. I love, and that's kind of that character now tells me that he can play Bond.
That movie doesn't get enough credit. I don't get it.
Doesn't at all, man. That movie,
It was a weird marketing push. It's just like, oh, here's a new movie. It's got Brad Pitt, and then that's all we're going to talk about. Move on.
Yeah. Aaron Taylor Johnson's character in that. I mean, he was more Cockney, but I mean, still, it was a really good take on like just a weird assassin role, and I loved it because like there was like comedy to it, but then like there was a little bit of comedy to it, a lot of action to it, a lot of kind of nihilism in his character, and I really like the way that
to be fair, you can be a little bit of a Cockney sometimes. You know what I mean?
Always a Cockney, you know that. Fray says Bullet Train is when I started crushing, which I mean, again, I think he's a good enough actor that he can pull off Bond.
Yeah.
Especially if he's just relaxed and he has to be British.
Yeah. I totally agree. Tacos on the table. I think he's going to be the next Bond. He's can be an action star. He can play serious. He's hunky looking. You know, he's young enough where just like Daniel Craig since 2006 was playing Bond. I think they're looking at this and be like, okay, we need an actor for the next at least 10 years, maybe 15 or more. Aaron Taylor Johnson's a great pick.
Right. No, I agree. I 100% agree.
I
was going to say, moving on here in, I don't know, in who should be the master of martial arts news.
In fisting news.
In fisting news, yes, that's a good one. In fisting news, now one such long awaited. What the hell, James? What did you write here?
Hey, man. How was gaming? Did you enjoy gaming? Because I was very busy, sir.
I can see that. So I guess there is a rumor out there right now that supposedly Shang-Chi 2 is supposed to be a time travel film, and Iron Fist is going to be involved in all this, right? We've been waiting a little while to get some updates on what Shang-Chi is going to be. And Cosmic_Marvel on X summarized that the movie itself is going to be featuring time travel Iron Fist, who will also appear in Eyes of Wakanda. So Shang-Chi supposedly is going to be filming in early 2025.
I don't know. Is this shoehorning?
No,
Is this like
that's kind of something that I kind of wanted out of Shang-Chi, though. Is like I felt like Shang-Chi as a character was redeeming the martial arts within the MCU, and I kind of wanted, like, if you were gonna reintroduce Iron Fist, it needs to be through Shang-Chi. And it's you can make Iron Fist an Asian dude the way everybody wants, or you can tell the story and have him be a white dude, but at the same time, like there are aspects of the show that I enjoyed, like, you know, the as far as the story writing goes, for Iron Fist, having him be a spoiled rich white kid that has to be humbled and learn humility as a martial artist. I like that aspect of the story, right? And I feel like the privilege of being a spoiled rich white kid is what kind of gives the advantage of the story and makes it a little more compelling. Now, you can do that with if
kind of Batman-esque?
right,
You know what I mean?
it is, right? I mean, Batman-esque, given that Batman has always been humble. Like, Bruce has always been humble for being a rich dude, right? But you know, the whole thing is taking a spoiled kid like Danny Rand and humbling him by putting him in a situation where he has to fend for himself, and then he picks up in a monastery and learns to be a martial artist, and then becomes the immortal Iron Fist. And it's like, if you're gonna do Shang-Chi, you have to do him. I'm sorry, not Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was done right. If you're gonna do Iron Fist and Danny Rand, you have to redo everything in a way where it's done right, because the martial arts were the weakest part of Iron Fist, which should never be the problem. So on to tacos on the table. Tacos on the table. Will Shang-Chi 2 put a ring on it? Do you think Iron Fist?
Jokes.
Yeah. Do you think Iron Fist and time travel are going to be things that are involved? And also, if time travel is involved, is that going to retcon Iron Fist?
You know, at first I was like, no, why would they bring time travel into this? But, you know, the way they handled Miss Marvel and her time travel with her what would they call them? Bracelets or bangles?
Yeah.
I don't remember what they were called. The way they handle that, and they seem to connect them somehow to something, you know, time travel-y. I think they can do that with Shang-Chi as well. Now, if that's gonna
done with the 10 rings too.
Yeah. So I'm on board. Tacos on the table. Let's do it. I like Shang-Chi. That's one of my better favorite Marvel movies, especially recent Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the idea of if you're gonna do Iron Fist again, Shang-Chi is the perfect movie to bring it in with. And I think Shang-Chi is the perfect character to ground Iron Fist and put Iron Fist in his place.
If it's the same type of Danny Rand.
Well, even then, I think Shang-Chi in general as a character would put Danny Rand in his place.
Got it. Okay, let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Ready? You know what's stronger than spider webs? Family. Justin Lin may be getting closer to finding out his next directing project. New reports suggest that Fast and the Furious 9 director is one of the main filmmakers being eyed to direct Spider-Man 4 for Sony and Marvel. Interesting. As part of the same report, Tom Holland and Zendaya will be back in their roles, Peter Parker and MJ. It said Zendaya has Spider-Man 4 on her plate, pushing photography on Euphoria season 3 back until sometime after. So she's making Spidey 4 a priority. Interesting.
Yeah, she's making space for it.
The movie is expected to begin filming later this year in either September or October. It's unclear if Lynn is the finalist or just one of the many currently running for the gig. Interestingly enough, many have thought the Spidey follow-up would be a relatively small-scale affair, given the character's current status quo in the larger MCU. That seems a little contradictory for filmmaker, Justin Lin, because he's like big, Fast and the Furious, explosion-y guy, boom, boom, boom. He does big blockbuster type movies.
Absolutely.
So it could be one of the things where Sony's like, you know what, we got to go out with a bang with Tom Holland. So let's get a big time director that can handle this. So talk is on the table. Will Spidey 4 go all Fast and the Furious with Justin Lin?
My tacos are on the table for this. I think that Justin Lin, he has an eye for action. He has an eye for putting scenes together. It's like I hate or love the Fast and Furious franchise. When Justin Lin came back to the Fast and the Furious franchise, it like reinvigorated the whole thing.
Yeah.
Justin Lin understands how to make a large scale action movie. So I think Marvel is kind of like on that same level and saying like, oh, well, you know what? We know that Justin Lin can handle a Spider-Man movie. As much as everybody thinks it's going to be small scale, you're not going to do a small scale movie with Spider-Man, no matter what it is. It's like, even if nobody remembers Pete and Spider-Man all together, like the whole point of the movie is that everything's gonna break wide open, and Pete has to react to it, right? So it's and even then, if you're dealing with the multiverse, just because our universe or the 616 universe doesn't remember Spider-Man doesn't mean that other universes aren't going to find their way in and remember Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right. Where did we leave Spider-Man? So he was Spider-Man. He got outed that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and then they did the whole let's break reality thing. So now people don't know that he's Peter Parker, but people still remember that there's a Spider-Man.
Right.
Okay.
And also remember that we might have a Filipino hobgoblin.
And I'm okay with a Filipino hobgoblin.
So am I. I would love to see Ned actually become a hobgoblin in the next movie. Yeah.
Just like throwing lumpia at people, like exploding lumpia. And
there's a movie for that.
I know, right?
There's already a movie about that. Only he's not a villain.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it going. In I Know Kung Fu news, I'm gonna need your reaction on this one. A new video game tied to the Matrix film franchise might be in the works. Developer NetEase Games is said to be working on a title tied to the Matrix. This project was said to have been in the works ahead of the release of Matrix Resurrections, which, when did that come out? 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
21. Yeah, at the end of 21.
Which is the most recent movie, 2021. The insider says the game was codenamed Awake, but notes that they're not certain that if it's still in development or has since been abandoned. If this Matrix game is in the works, there's a chance that it could only be planned for a mobile devices. Tacos on the table. Are we getting the red pill and going back into the Matrix?
So my take on this, the gaming community exploded when the Xbox Series X came out and they released the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 thing, like it was a test for Unreal Engine 5. And the internet and gaming just exploded with, oh my god, we need more of this. And then they took it off of the game store and it disappeared, and people were just like, what the fuck, we need more of this, right? So I don't know if that Matrix test was supposed to be a, hey guys, here's a tease of what we're coming out with, and then we're gonna drop a game later, and boom, here's the game. But people are waiting for this. People are expecting this at this point with that demo that came out, and everybody's like, with how good that looked, it damn near looked real. Like, it was almost indistinguishable from something that was like a live action movie. And
that was like 2 years ago, right?
What was that?
Was that like 2 years ago?
About 2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, it has been a long time.
Yeah, and again, when it got pulled off the game store, people freaked out because they were just like, "Well, why didn't they make a game out of this?"
Yeah, it feels like it's one of those things like, "Hey, here's our test for Unreal 5," and then a year later, the actual game comes out.
Right,
but it didn't.
Right. So I mean, people are waiting for this. This isn't something that people are just like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, whatever." Nobody cares about. Like, people are actually waiting to see this game come out. So, my tacos are on the table. I think that teaser was just a like, just kind of seeing where the market was and seeing if people actually wanted this. And now that the internet has made it very clear they want a Matrix video game, that they probably went into like full blown like development mode on this, but they also probably didn't announce anything, so that they don't have to worry about crunching it.
I hear everything you're saying. My tacos are not on the table because it's been so long since we got that Unreal 5. Plus, Unreal isn't like mobile ready, right?
So Unreal is not. I think that's more speculation on the article writer is saying that, oh, maybe it'll be a mobile game. I mean, they might do something where it's like a precursor to the game is a mobile game, because a lot of companies are doing that, where it's like, oh, here's a mobile game or a comic or something that kind of gets you ready for the storyline they're gonna tell,
right?
And makes it so that it's a little more. It makes it so that you have more people who are aware of it already and are just like,
right,
oh, right. More, right?
It's like a marketing push,
right?
There's
exactly.
All these supplemental things. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, Agent AA is in the chat right now saying, "Give me a Matrix game, god damn it."
See, he wants it, and that's actually a question I had. I'm like, because Matrix came out 3-ish years ago now.
Yeah,
are people clamoring for this game? And to be honest, the movie came out and it was like, okay, it's a Matrix movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the blockbuster mind-blowing Matrix movie that we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, but it was also pushed on Max, and it wasn't like in theaters the way that we wanted it because of COVID.
That's true. So maybe the marketing got pulled back a little bit. Right.
Now, the other big thing with this too is the argument that, okay, well, it's been too long. Again, I just finished playing Shadow of Mordor. That game came out like 10 years after Lord of the Rings, and it got Game of the Year.
Okay.
All right. Or like the Mad Max game that I have that I'm probably going to end up playing too. It's another game that like came out like, years after the Mad Max, the latest Mad Max movie came out, right? So it's like, it's not so much does the audience want it. It's more of a, if we put it out, people are, is there enough nostalgia behind this IP that's going to make people go, oh my God, I want to get this. And
gotcha.
Like the nostalgia on the IP will sell the idea, but if you make a good game, then that sells the game. Again, Shadow of Mordor is a good example, because yes, the nostalgia of Lord of the Rings sold the idea of the game, but what got it Game of the Year was because it is genuinely a good game and the story is good.
Gotcha. And you can jump off a building and stab an orc in the back.
Yeah, I mean, what can you not love about jumping off a building with no fall damage and killing orcs?
Exactly. I'm like, this is what you do. You just jump off buildings and stab people in the back. That's, very heroic of you. By the way, Double A in the chat has said that I have a very valid point. I'm just saying. Thank you, Double A, for finally agreeing with me. But he says he doesn't want a mobile game. He wants a console game, which I don't know. It seems like mobile games are on the downturn. I don't hear about as many mobile games as I do console games or Switch games.
I think it's starting to become a hybrid, man, because I think a lot of consoles are trying to move in the direction of being able to play on mobile, but at the same time, mobile is trying to accommodate for console streaming. So, like for example, I can play games on my Xbox on my phone. Right.
Oh.
All I have to do is link my Xbox with my phone, open the Xbox app, and I can play it on my phone. It's a lot smaller, and not as easy to play with. And there's controls you can buy that go on the side of your phone, and you can controls like I would my regular Xbox controller.
Ah, okay, gotcha, gotcha.
So I mean, there are ways to do that. Also, I was just talking with somebody recently. I think it might have actually been Tater. That
was he sleeping? He doesn't remember.
He was sleepwalking.
Got it.
But he got Grand Theft Auto, like a full Grand Theft Auto on his phone.
Oh, interesting. By the way, I asked him like, "Hey, can you see how many stickers we have?" And that was like over a week ago.
He answered
but he's been like playing these games on his phone. Come on, bro.
He answered you, dude.
No, I don't believe you. He's too busy sleeping or playing
no,
games.
it was my boy Jason. My boy Jason had it, and it was full on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. The full game on his phone, and he's just playing it.
Can you play? Here's just a personal question. Can you play like full Unreal 5 experience of Sudoku on your Xbox? Because that's kind of where I am right now in life. I can only play Sudoku.
If they
play all these other games,
if they made a Sudoku game that had ray tracing in Unreal 5, then I'm sure you could.
All you kids and your games and whatnot. Double A in the chat asking, are they going to make a Halo game out of this show that's out? That's a good point. Maybe they should make it a game out of Halo.
Right. I just got a reminder before we move on any further on the show. I don't want to like throw because we're about to move into the download, but I don't want to throw a downer on this, but I do want to dedicate the remainder of this episode to somebody. So I'm gonna stop the music here. So recently, a friend of ours, his brother passed away, and it was kind of sudden and kind of a big thing. My heart goes out to him. I mean, we all know him, especially in our community. But Daniel Flores, really
shout out to Chef.
Chef to AYC Chef. Daniel Flores, he's been on almost every wrestling episode that we've done. His younger brother passed away just recently, and we wanted to shout out and kind of dedicate the rest of the episode here to his brother. So rest in peace, Matthew Joseph Flores. And my heart goes out to him, to his family. He has two other brothers, to his parents and everything like that. Because I mean, that's a massive blow. And again, he was a big nerd. He wasn't as much of a wrestling nerd, but I mean, like, he was into all the same stuff that we were into. Apparently he had like an encyclopedic knowledge of Spawn and like, DC characters and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of a big deal. And
he was young.
Yeah.
He leaves a family that loved and supported him. So shout out to Matthew. We appreciate you. Shout out to Chef. We love you. Take care of you and the rest of your family. Make sure you hug and kiss and say I love you to all your family members whenever you can, because life is precious.
It is. All right. Well, let's on that note, again, dedicating the download to Matthew here. Let's get into the download, guys.
Yeah. All right. Get your spinach flavored popcorn ready. Popeye.
That sounds disgusting.
Come on, you got to try it.
I like spinach, but spinach and popcorn don't go together.
I like spinach.
He likes me spinach.
First appearing in comic strips in the 1920s, the subject of a new live-action film featuring Popeye. All right, live-action Popeye. Imagine that. Oh, wait, we got one already way back in the day. The project is currently in development as a big-budget feature and has attached screenwriter Michael Kalo from The Family, Sexy Beasts, and The Sopranos writing it. Okay, all right. Interested. This is the first live action revisiting of Popeye since the 1980 film featuring Robin Williams. A fucking classic. I love that movie.
Absolutely was a fucking classic.
Popeye celebrated his 95th anniversary this year.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
It's been around for 95 years.
Yeah, that's so nuts. We'll gladly pay you on Tuesday for a release date info today, but yet there's no release date for the film.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fun. The only thing I'm a little iffy on is screenwriter from The Sopranos. So I mean, it's like, is it going to be like is Bluto going to be a mob boss?
No, give me a cheeseburger. Where's your cheeseburger?
Yeah, I need you to give me a cheeseburger, okay? So moving on from that, this next story is all in the hips. It's all in the hips. God, I'm a little sad that we're not going to have him in the movie, but still, a sequel to the classic 1996 Adam Sandler comedy Happy Gilmore may be in the making, as a first draft of the script has been written, according to actor Christopher McDonald, a cast member of the original film. Actually, I just remembered that his character died in the first movie anyways, so we're fine with that. Sources say the project will be for Netflix, where Sandler and Happy Madison have long had a deal. Though the streamer is declining comment, reps for Sandler also had no comment. Released by Universal Pictures, the film, directed by Dennis Dugan, grossed over $82 million worldwide and retains a cult following to this day. No tea time set for the Happy Gilmore sequel. But how do you feel about this, man?
I'm interested in this. You know what's so funny? He comes out with this Netflix deal, and it seems like he has a movie like every 6 months. There's like a new Sandler movie straight to Netflix. But like, people want this classic Sandler stuff to be revisited, you know?
Yeah.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, you know, 50 First Dates. We want all those like movies that, you know, kind of shaped the 90s, 2000s for a ton of people. Like, we want all that back. I'm surprised he hasn't dipped back into that. Instead, we've gotten like Grown Ups 2 and Grown Ups 3, which is like, okay, I'll take it. But let's play another couple rounds of golf with Happy Gilmore. You know what I mean? Like, give me that. Oh, shout out to Jen. Shout out to Fray in the chat. She said, let's do a crossover. Happy Gilmore and Gilmore Girls. That'd be
there
perfect.
you go. There you go. You know, he eats pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit? Gross.
Oh, it's so funny.
Is Subway still Happy's sponsor? That's the question.
Well, yeah, I mean, might as well. Jerry's not going to be the sponsor, so you know, might as well have Happy.
Right.
Happy do it. But you know what I mean, though? Like, revisit those films. I get like you're making new films and doing all kinds of new stuff, but why don't you go back to these films?
Yeah. No, I like the idea of it.
And I'm sure Netflix would be like, yeah, give me Happy Gilmore 2. Just like how Amazon came out with Coming to America. You know,
I still haven't watched that. I actually forgot to watch it.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've done my good deed of the day. All right. Next story. Falcor flies again. The Neverending Story, the beloved fantasy novel from late German author Michael Ende that was famously adapted in 1984, is being revived for the big screen with a new joint venture partnership between Michael Ende Productions and Seesaw films. The news brings to an end the race for one of the hottest fantasy properties yet to be tapped for modern audiences. Variety hears that Endy's estate has been fielding interest from across the globe over the last few years, including studios and streamers. I was like, what? Seesaw Films? I've never heard of it. But Seesaw Films, no stranger to adapting well-known literature. They've done The Lion, Power of the Dog, Heartstoppers, and Slow Horses.
Okay.
I know Fray, Jen's in the chat right now, but I know she really liked Slow Horses.
I've heard good things about Slow Horses.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they adapt the Neverending Story. By the way, they're talking about it being multiple movies, not just let's redo Neverending Story. This is going to be some kind of series of movies, whether it's to a streamer or to a studio, but it's not just going to be 1 2-hour-long movie. It's going to be multiple chapters of this storytelling. Much of the details about the production, including the exact number of films to be made, will depend on the creatives that they're assembling now. Too early to give a date when we will see Atreyu, Bastion, and Falcor again. Atreyu! Say my name, Atreyu!
The question is, are they bringing back the song? Never-ending story.
That was
it's a fucking banger.
Banger, man! That's what I'm talking about. Bring that back.
A fucking banger, bro.
Give me like some kind of trap remix of that. Oh,
I'm sure one exists. I'm sure there is a trap remix to Neverending Story.
YouTube DJs out there, don't fail me. Somebody go do a trap remix of the Neverending theme song.
Or if anything, there's a dubstep remix of it.
I need it.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll post it in the Nerdington post if I find one.
Oh, so good. All right, throw your hands in the air
and wave them
news.
like you just don't care.
Ayer.
Yeah.
David Ayer. Oh, these intros. David Ayer is best known for helming Suicide Squad, End of Watch, and Fury. And this year he made last year he made The Beekeeper, which ended up being a hit. Deadline has reported that Ayer has signed on to direct Paramount Pictures' Heart of the Beast, which is being produced by La La Land and Babylon director Damien Chazelle. But his name, David Ayer, comes up every now and again, and like, why don't we have a Ayer cut of Suicide Squad? And I don't know why it keeps coming up, but there must be a ton more footage out there that got scrapped, for whatever reason.
From what I understand, a lot happened with that movie, and basically instead of getting a professional film editor to edit it, they had a trailer house edit it, and that's why the movie ended up the way it did.
Gotcha. That makes sense. But yeah, I do have a kind of an synopsis. No Dog Left Behind. Gritty sled dogs. Where's Cuba Gooding Jr. synopsis on this next film?
That's not bad. All right. Kind of an synopsis. No Dog Left Behind. Gritty sled dogs. Where Cuba Gooding Jr. Where's Cuba Gooding Jr. Synopsis. I said it and it made no sense, and I went back and looked at it. I was like, oh, because I misread it.
Oh, do they ever make sense?
No, it made sense. What you wrote made sense perfectly. What I read out loud didn't make sense because I said it wrong.
Well, I appreciate that, but the next one doesn't make sense at all. So, yes. The story follows a former Navy SEAL and his retired combat dog who attempt to return to civilization after a catastrophic accident deep in the Alaskan wilderness. No date for the film's release. All right. Okay. Dog adventure. I like it.
Adventure. That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, Ayer makes decent movies. So I'm sure, especially if he has like the story that he tells is something that is like, a human level story and you focus on the humanity with it, the way that he does. I'm sure it'll be good.
Will it involve the Joker with a grill?
And tattoos on his face.
And tattoos on the face.
Yeah.
Just bring it back.
Frey Girl in the chat saying Cuba might be in some trouble with the law. Cuba is always in trouble with the law. I'm sorry. Cuba Gooding Jr. gets in trouble all the time.
Because he likes money.
I wouldn't say it's because he likes money. It's because he puts his foot in his mouth and he says a lot of stupid shit.
Because he wants you to show him the money. Show me the money.
Yeah. It's more again. I'm not gonna quote what he said because what he said is stupid. But he got in trouble a while back for saying somebody fuck that blank.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's no P Diddy.
Yeah.
But,
and the blank word really fucked up.
I mean,
I was gonna say let's go ahead and move on here, guys.
he's not doing white parties, in the Hamptons.
Yeah, I know, because
with like a 14-year-old Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going. Sorry.
Okay. Finally, the WWE has come back to the download.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, yeah. WWE has refined its focus on populating its developmental system with collegiate athletes rather than talent from across the independent wrestling scene. Instead of taking already established wrestlers and shifting them towards the WWE style, WWE is now prioritizing taking athletically ready prospects and molding them into WWE superstars from the ground up. WWE has premiered the trailer for WWE Next Gen, an 8-episode documentary set to stream exclusively on the Roku channel. The trailer opens with John Cena, who also executive produces WWE Next Gen, talking to a group of prospects inside SoFi Stadium before WWE WrestleMania 39 kicks off.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, this may be the most times I've ever said the word WWE in like one.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Also, this.
How do you? I was going to say, how do you feel about this? Because really, the formula has been, okay, here's WWE. We have a certain product. Go out to the indies and find potential WWE type stars, bigger dudes, bigger meaty dudes, over like 6'4", because that's how Vince McMahon liked his wrestlers, just bigger than life type guys.
Right.
But now WWE has flipped the script and it's like, I don't care if you have a wrestling background or not. Give me just big chiseled athletes and we will teach you the ways of WWE.
I think for the most part, they're looking for athletes that they can turn into wrestlers, right? I mean, it's always that way. They've always kind of gone after athletes that they can turn into wrestlers. I mean, like you look at a lot of like some of the big names in the last couple of years have been Bianca Belair being she was a track athlete who was also a gymnast, who's now becoming a wrestler.
Big E.
Big E was a power lifter though, so I mean, like a lot of those people tend to work.
But he didn't have a wrestling background. Like he wasn't training to be a wrestler, and then WWE called him up. They just said, "Hey, you're big, meaty, and strong. Come here."
He went the same route as Sexual Chocolate though.
You gone the same route as Sexual Chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I see you.
But I mean, like your Ronda Rouseys and your Brock Lesnar's, because even Brock Lesnar wasn't a professional wrestler. He was a collegiate wrestler, which is a different type of wrestling altogether. Same thing. Like they were just a while back, they were going after who's the guy that was in the Olympics that they wanted really bad and just never kind of fell through.
Gable,
something Gable,
Steve Gable or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Like they've always gone after athletes. Now, from the description and everything on this, what it feels like is it's just another Tough Enough.
It's like the 2024 version of Tough Enough. You're right. You're right.
It just feels like Tough Enough. That's really what this is. So we do have an opsis here if you want to kind of.
I do have a finally you can. Are you ready? The Rock, see me resting, just a sexy boy, meaty men slapping meat synopsis.
Jesus Christ, James, are you serious?
Yes.
Finally,
ready?
you can't. Are you ready? The Rock has seen me. Rest in just a sexy boy, meaty men slapping meats. Synopsis. You just
All
took
right.
every catchphrase that has ever been famous in the WWE and put it all there, and then added in meaty men slapping meats, which is one of my favorite big E quotes of all time.
That's right, jabroni.
That quote, for those of you who aren't wrestling fans, that quote came that was on the SmackDown after show, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And they were, the New Day were in the room, and he was talking shit about wrestling in general, and he was like, I just want to see big men, big meat, slap meat. And everybody just, it's Big E's delivery is exactly like that, where he's like looking off and just like, big meat, slap meat. He's trying not to laugh, and everybody around him is cracking up. One of the best
I love Big E.
catchphrases that was not a catchphrase.
Yeah, exactly.
From executive producer John Cena, this 8-part documentary chronicles the lives of athletes vying to get a contract and become superstars in the largest sports entertainment company in the world, the WWE. Roku shared in a press release, from tryouts in Los Angeles to training at WWE's elite WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, they'll get coaching and insights from some of the WWE's biggest superstars. The road to the ring will challenge them, but the biggest tests they'll face will be ones they create on their own. WWE Next Gen premieres on the Roku channel on Monday, April 1st. That's not too far away.
Right before WrestleMania. I like that. Interesting that it's on the Roku channel.
Roku's been getting a lot of those kind of new shows and things like that. So
yeah, but I mean, it's just interesting for WWE because they are definitely spreading themselves out, because their premier live events, their pay-per-views are on Peacock, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are also being broadcasted on Hulu as well, right? Now they have some stuff with the Roku channel. Oh, not to mention all their documentary stuff is on A&E.
Yeah.
So they're just all over the place. It's kind of nuts. Usually they would, with all this extra content, it would go to like one place, one streamer, but it's kind of all over.
I mean, again, and we've talked about this many times. The biggest mistake they ever made was getting rid of the WWE network, because all this stuff would have been things that were on the WWE network
together in one place.
Right. And then they did this deal with Peacock, which everybody in the wrestling community, everybody who watches WWE, we all hate that they went to Peacock, because it was so much worse. Like PLEs aren't as fun to watch on Peacock as they were when they were on WWE network.
Well, hold on. I think part of that has to do with the Peacock app, not necessarily that they're on Peacock. Like, to be honest, I think it brings a ton more eyes when there's an ad that comes up. It's Money in the Bank, it's WrestleMania, it's Royal Rumble right there, on the homepage of Peacock. Ton more eyes versus being super niche and being on the WWE app back in the day.
Right. And I mean, I get that. You have a lot more visibility when you're on Peacock, but at the same time, the app fucking sucks by comparison.
Well, that's just a technology thing. Like, if the app sucks, but that doesn't hinder the marketing of it and getting their brand out there.
I see what you're saying.
Do you smell what I'm cooking? Or can you not see me?
I smell what you are cooking.
Okay, cool. But I dig this. I like that we're gonna have some WWE documentary, seeing some stars coming up type of thing. Oh,
we were joined by a rogue Fray.
Yeah, wild Fray
that can't spell and apparently doesn't know what the hell she's doing half the time.
Apparently her name is Far now.
Well, it's gonna change hers. So hi guys, sorry.
Hey Fray.
And I feel like I'm like a freaking Pokemon cancer patient right now.
You're like a wild Fray.
A wild Fray has shown up in the chat.
Yeah, gotta catch them all.
I know. Just in time for us to move on to our next story.
Oh, I
Frank.
missed the WWE story. Oh no! How dare I?
Oh, don't mess with us. We see you. We see you in the chat. You're just waiting for us to get past the WWE story, so
I
then you can
was.
chime
Yeah,
in.
you're right.
I
I
see
timed
how
it
it
that way.
I
My
know.
life timed it that way. Exactly. You're correct.
Well done, life.
You want me to take this one?
Yeah, do it. Go
All
for it.
right, because you know what? I got stuff to say.
No warm ups. Just dive in.
On your left news, favorite catchphrase. A piece of promo art has been revealed for Captain America: Brave New World, or whatever the hell its name is now, and it offers a first look at Falcon and the Winter Soldier's Danny Ramirez suited up as the Falcon. The character looks like he'll be sporting a helmet similar to the one in the comics, but with an updated style, as it doesn't feature the beak. I don't know. I mean, I think like the way that the V goes down, it could also look kind of beakish. So I think that's kind of cool. The film is scheduled to fly into theaters February 14th, 2025.
I agree with you. I think it's enough homage to the actual, suit in the comics that it has enough inspiration where it's like, oh, you see the connection. I mean, even the colors, but it's not like. Go
also,
ahead.
like we're seeing it straight on in profile. It may look a little bit more beak-like too. You got to think about that as well. Like in profile, it may come out a little bit more so that it looks like a beak almost.
Whether there's a beak or not a beak, I don't really care. I think it's
to
gonna be
beak
cool.
Or not to beak. That is the question.
That is the question.
Whether it is nobler in men's. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to be honest on this one. I'm actually really excited for this, and it's mainly because even before he became Captain America, this is like way back in like the Civil War days. I brought this up, and this is going back, James. I brought this up in a conversation I had with Buddy. Right, back are the hero days, when I was saying that, I've always been a big thing, like a big person on representation, right? So I would talk about we need Danny Ramirez, right? At some point, I was saying at some point, Falcon needs to become Captain America, which means that we would get Danny Ramirez, who's the second Falcon, right?
And then he evolves into Falcor.
But like Danny Ramirez, the big thing with him is like he's one of the few like Latino superheroes within Marvel as far as comic continuity goes. And now we're getting Danny Ramirez, so it's like, okay, awesome. And again, we got introduced to him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He wasn't really on the route to becoming Falcon, but I mean, it was just kind of like we're introduced to the character, so like we know. Hopefully he becomes Falcon at some point. Obviously, we get to see now they're putting out promos of him becoming Falcon. So, I mean, to me, it's sort of a big deal.
Oh my gosh. Freaking graveyard. And then he's going to sing, I can show you the world.
Did he get the suit in the show?
No.
He was like just
working on the
he was working
Redbird.
On yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
there were a lot of references that he understands the tech and that he that he's done test flights with the wingsuit, with like a new wingsuit and stuff like that. So I mean, it wasn't just like he's that he's his sidekick. Like they kind of like reference that he understands the tech, which is kind of a sign that he will become Falcon, because it's not just I'm just here to help. It's like the dude understands like the role and the tech and what he's doing. And now that Falcon is Captain America, there's a void on the character of Falcon, which Danny Ramirez is already there to fill.
You mean Captain America Darkhold Diaries? Is that the new name?
Yeah.
No, it's
the name of the movie.
The thing. It's just gonna be called Falcon.
Yeah.
Not like anything else. Isn't that what they're doing with Agatha? We had this conversation last week. I don't want to rehash this whole thing. No, but also something else. I was reading something. It just came out. I think you guys were on the air when it came out. Freaking Anthony Mackie totally burst my bubble. Sebastian Stan, he said
Oh,
Sebastian Stan isn't going to be in freaking Cap 4.
yeah.
I
saw
think
that.
he's the werewolf.
No, I think something's gonna
No, I
happen.
don't think he is.
I think something's gonna happen in Thunderbolts that causes him not to be there.
Oh, maybe.
Or the events of Thunderbolts are happening at the same time as Captain America.
It could be that. I was also thinking that maybe, he never said that he wasn't in Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
He just said that Sebastian Stan wasn't in Cap 4.
Right.
So maybe he's in Thunderbolts and we find out. Because I'm still on this train of Bucky is there as a spy. And he's like, he and Sam are like together. So it may be text messages or something, or some sort of like coded contact that they have so that Sebastian Stan isn't in the movie, but it's like, and so I wonder about that. Cause it's just weird because I don't ever remember Bucky being in the Thunderbolts. And so I feel like there has to be a reason for it because they've made him pretty front and center in it.
Yeah. Especially in the marketing so far. They
Yes.
definitely made it clear that Bucky Barnes is going to be in Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was like frozen, right? So there's no way he could be on Black Widow's soccer team as a kid, right? No?
Right. No.
Anyone?
No way. No.
Is this thing on? No? All right.
He's like, I just did a joke and no one laughed.
It didn't land. Okay.
No. Wait, I
thought about
It's
it too long.
because we were talking about Falcon.
Does that make you feel better, James?
There you go.
There you go. You appreciate that. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Falcons fly a lot and very rarely land. All right. I think we can let this one fly away.
All right. From a galaxy far, far away, Lucasfilm has announced some big plans for Star Wars Day. It was previously announced Star Wars The Phantom Menace would be heading back into theaters for its 25th anniversary. Oh my God. I remember seeing that in theaters like that night. But the rest of the films in the Skywalker saga will follow. It's definitely a great opportunity for parents to take their kids who have never seen the movie in theaters. The Phantom Menace is returning to theaters on May 3rd and will include a special sneak peek at the upcoming series Star Wars Acolyte. Interesting. Star Wars also revealed that you can watch Phantom Menace on the big screen with the rest of the Skywars saga on May the
Skywars saga?
Skywalker saga. Excuse me. Come on.
Skywars. Talking about Skywars.
So it's funny.
So yeah.
Is all of a sudden I'm forgetting his name, Mark Bernardin, he posted something on Twitter saying like, am I gonna go watch all 9 movies in the theater? I can't sit through that. And then I remember that I watched all like 12 of the of the MCU movies in theater and remembered, okay, maybe I can't sit through all these movies again.
I don't
cool
know. Like, I don't remember the last. I want to say maybe it was just like when they first came out that I saw them in the theaters, because I could have sworn Shadu saw them in the theaters as well, but I don't think they've been in the theaters since they came out, have they?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think so.
20
Phantom, he wasn't even born for Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't think he did. So it's like, so wow, that might be something. But he usually sees the Star Wars stuff with his dad, so he can do that.
I remember.
He can go.
I remember seeing. I remember we had tickets to see the Phantom Menace at like 3 a.m.
Oh wow!
The night of its release. So a bunch of us were just drinking Coronas and Bacardi, leading up to it. I remember like all my friends were outside for a quick outside for a quick second, and it like hit me that I was gonna go see like a new Star Wars movie in theaters. I remember sitting there like cracking open a Corona and just like tears coming down my face because I was so like nerd happy that there's a new Star Wars movie coming. I'm just like, oh my God, it's so cool. I'm finally seeing a new Star Wars movie.
James just made me
Yeah.
feel very, very, very young, and I'm not young, so it's like
Right?
I wasn't old enough to drink when I went to go see it.
I didn't say
I was.
I didn't say you had to be old enough, but I'm just saying we were drinking. You know.
I was old enough to have already gone through the let's sneak in alcohol to the movie theater. I was over that phase by the time they came out, so that tells you something. But
I don't know. Are you guys gonna go see the movies, whether it's all or some in theater?
I don't know.
don't
I've
know.
already seen them in the theaters. I feel like I've already seen them, so it's like I've already had that experience.
Yeah, I've seen
don't
every
know.
Star Wars movie in theaters. The original trilogy, not so much in their original runs. I mean, I watched those when they did the special editions.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
like the remastered and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those in theaters, and then obviously I saw the prequels and the sequel trilogies all in theaters. So
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
saw them all in theaters originally when their original run.
I was trying to think. I'm like, have I seen? I've seen. Oh, that's right. I think it was like 2 May the 4ths ago when they were showing it at the Crest Theater here in Sacramento. We went and saw it with shout out to Tim Donaldson. You know, one of the original Jawas
yeah.
from New Hope. He was there, and Alan Fernandez. Rest in peace, Alan Fernandez. One of the original Sand People. So we went and saw the movie with them, and that was a fun experience.
I'm sorry. Aaron Watson just posted something about the old Hardly Heroes. I'm sure.
Wow.
I'm sure, and I know exactly who he's talking about. I'm sure he loves that we mention their name because it's like they said our name.
No big deal. They don't own it anymore. Anyway, let's keep going.
They don't own the comic book rights anymore. They still own the rights to if they ever do a podcast again.
That is not factual, actually, because
Really?
I know who has the trademark. Let's keep it going. We got more Star Wars news. Domo arigato, Mr. 3PO. Domo arigato, Mr. 3PO.
Domo doo doo. Domo doo doo.
Star Wars Celebration is returning in 2025, and this time the beloved convention is taking place in Japan. Interesting. A new poster was shared for the event this week. In addition to a promo teaser, there's a lot of things to celebrate next year, including the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith and the 10th anniversary of Star Wars Force Awakens. Wow.
That's
nuts. Not to mention all the exciting upcoming projects from Lucasfilm. I remember going to Star Wars Celebration before The Force Awakens came out, and they rolled out BB-8 live on the stage, and everybody was losing their minds. I'm like, what the hell? So that's crazy. 10 years already. Wow.
No, that feels that it doesn't feel like Force Awakens came out 10 years ago.
No, not at all. I do have that's no opsis. It's a space synopsis.
That's no opsis. It's a space synopsis. Synopsis.
What's that in reference to?
That's the moon.
That actually, again, it's a really good one, James.
Star Wars Celebration will come to Makuhari Messe in Chiba, Japan, April 18th through 20th, 2025. Star Wars Celebration is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience, unless you go to it 4 times like me, where memories are made, families are brought together, old friends are reunited, and new friendships forged, all in the setting of the ever-evolving Star Wars galaxy. Tickets for the event will go on sale Thursday, May the 2nd at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because that's the only time that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'll let everybody else do the math.
6 p.m. my time.
All right, who's going to Japan? Let's do it.
You know what would be great is if like we were a big enough media presence that we could just go to these events.
Yeah.
Who says we're
that
not?
would be amazing.
I know.
We should work on that.
We got a month. Let's make it happen before tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm definitely I can definitely afford to go to Japan.
Okay, glass half empty. Your glass of blue milk half empty.
Oh God. I mean, speaking of that, in Jedi mind tricks news,
Are you kidding me? Really?
after all these years, Star Wars fans will officially be able to stock their refrigerators with blue milk.
Oh,
Uh,
Our introduction to blue milk came in Star Wars: A New Hope at Aunt Beru's kitchen table while Luke Skywalker was whining about being stuck on Tatooine. But
My
I don't know why he wasn't whining about the freaking blue milk. I mean, yeah.
I wanted
Man.
to go to Tashi Station and get some power converters.
You'll have to drink your freaking blue milk.
Now drink your blue milk and shut up.
Do you know how much I paid for that blue milk? You sit up and drink that blue milk, sir.
Your Aunt Beru milk the bantha herself. You will drink that blue milk and like it.
Do you know how hard it is to milk a bantha?
The official press release says True Moo, who actually makes really good chocolate milk, True Moo Blue Milk is 1% low-fat milk and features natural vanilla flavor and blue color for a truly galactic delicious experience your family will enjoy.
How is it natural vanilla flavor? Are they just feeding the cows?
Oh, well, then I think what they're saying. No, I think what they're saying is they're putting actual vanilla and not beaver ass.
Okay.
Yeah, imitation
Well,
vanilla.
you
Is
be
beaver
you.
ass. Vanilla is beaver ass gland excretion.
Stop it.
It is.
Why do you know things like that?
me and Jackie, forever. Anytime we get imitation vanilla, we call it beaver ass.
Oh my gosh.
Those poor beavers.
Yeah, I guess it's a lot of times when
All they want to do is make those freaking, walls. They just want to have dams and people are be milking them.
What I want to know is who excreted gland juice from a beaver and smelled it and goes, that smells like vanilla.
Oh, let's put it in our milk.
Let me put it in my drinks, right? So I think when they say natural vanilla flavoring is because they're actually using vanilla and not beaver ass.
Yeah. I don't understand why you okay, I understand adding like chocolate syrup to milk, making it taste chocolatey. And I'm like, I even understand the whole strawberry thing. It's disgusting, but I understand the strawberry thing.
I love strawberry milk. We have strawberry milk here.
Okay, well, whatever.
Good
but
for you.
blue milk and then they put vanilla in it. Oh my God. The world's burning. I'm just gonna get some marshmallows. Maybe I'll get blue marshmallows.
Oh my God! While blue milk in the Star Wars universe comes from banthas, this True Moo Blue Milk is just good old-fashioned cow milk that comes from cows with blue food coloring. Don't cry! True Moo's Star Wars Blue Milk will spill into stores on April 17th, 2024.
It probably has coconut oil in it.
Are they dyeing the cows blue? What is happening?
I know.
Now, if they could get blue milk by dyeing cows blue, I might drink it.
I mean, that's how we get chocolate milk. Is they dye cows brown. Yeah.
What do you mean, you cows?
What do you mean, you cows? I like my blue milk better.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, but where's your blue milk?
I haven't made it in a while, but Fray, you're not allowed to have my blue milk though.
Does it have coconut oil in it?
No, it uses coconut milk.
Yeah, I can't.
But it's really good.
Hey, guess what? There's a substitute with blue milk cartons right in front of us.
But it's
to have your blue milk.
It's not as fruity and tasty as mine is.
That is not the point. We all know yours is fruitier and tastier.
Oh, all my milk is fruity.
I was going to say, I don't think they're going for the fruity taste in this. They're going for what they're doing is, so if you guys have had red velvet, right? And it's supposed to have a chocolate taste, red velvet cake.
Yeah, red velvet's just basically chocolate dyed red.
They have blue velvet and it's vanilla.
Oh, God.
It's a vanilla flavored. So yeah, it's like, I totally get why they're doing it, but I'm like, no.
You can make anything. You can make any color taste like vanilla. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I don't get, and vanilla beans are like really dark brown.
I know Jackie actually wants to make her own vanilla because apparently it's not hard to make your own vanilla.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not hard at all.
You just put vanilla bean inside of vodka and let it reduce.
Mm-hmm.
Is color, when it comes to food, is color a big thing for you guys? Like, it doesn't seem like it is for me, but like when somebody goes, like, we just had St. Patrick's Day and say, oh, let's have a green beer. Like when somebody puts a green beer in front of me, I'm like,
I don't have a problem
drink
with
it.
That. I don't have a problem with that. I know Jackie doesn't like anything that that doesn't occur in nature.
Yeah.
So if it's like a color that isn't natural, she does not like it. So green beer is not her thing. Because her whole thing is like, like if something is a color that a food doesn't produce, she does not want to eat it.
Yeah, there's something like primal in your brain where like, don't eat that.
I mean,
I
you're
don't
not
know.
wrong because so many colors just come from like for example, red comes from like beetles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, purple comes from or used to come from snails. So they crush snail shells to make purple that they put in the dyed fabric, and that's what royalty wore it, and it always smelled a little of snail.
What the heck? Where are you guys getting your food colorings? Beaver glands and snail shells?
James, your problem is this is the way it's done. You just don't know how it's done.
You don't get it.
You guys are spoiling my blue milk. What's happening here?
Says the channel that puts a powder drink as a sponsor. Hey, my powder drinks don't have any dyes or food coloring in it, though. That's why.
Well, no, I'm of the opinion. I didn't get to answer the question about different colored foods. I don't really have an aversion to, this is a different color. Like remember the ketchups when they had all the different colored ketchups?
Yeah.
I tried them all because I was like, okay, I don't care. It's ketchup. I don't care if it's purple. I don't care if it's green. They didn't taste as good. Because when you add food coloring in it, or a coloring thing, it does change the flavor, even if it doesn't have any, because it changes the chemical compound of the thing, and so sometimes
coloring will make it bitter too. Like there's certain things I don't like to add color to either.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, I'm willing to try it. Am I going to go out and purchase it? Hell no. Because I'll try it and then I'll be like, okay, I tried that, and I won't ever drink it again. So
I might get it just so I can drink it on the show.
There you go.
You have to, unless you're lactose intolerant, and then maybe let's not experience that.
Get some lactate
on the show.
Like every other Hispanic in the world, we just you hit 30 and you become lactose intolerant. So it's just that.
It's because of all of the cheese.
It might be it.
It's cheese is in everything. And you know what? I'm there for it. I love Mexican food, but seriously, there is cheese in everything.
Yeah.
I am not lactose intolerant, but
like I
Husby is, and he just pops lactates and still eats cheese.
Yeah, like I said, it's a thing with Latinos. Like for some reason, we hit 30. Like you love milk and cheese, then you hit 30 and you become lactose intolerant. And it's like, fuck, I can't eat this all.
Yeah,
really?
That's true. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you get bubble gut.
It is like a common thing with Hispanics that we become lactose intolerant at 30 and on. Remember to dye your eggs this weekend. Change the color of those hard-boiled eggs.
Oh yeah.
I believe it was the great 20th century philosopher that once said, "You make me sick like strawberry quick." Circa 1990s. Sandra and Jeff, I wish I was going to SAC Anime in Roseville this weekend. I am going to be filming a film down in Merced on Saturday, and then Sunday is Easter, and I'm going to be with my parents.
I'll be at a 5-year-old's softball game because that's my life.
Because he's a dad. Exactly. Let's move on to the next story here, guys. And James, you have to read this one because you're the only one who's probably excited about this.
Biscuits. We got some keepy uppy news. Oh, yeah. This
Fuck
is for
yuppie.
this is for me and Watson. New episodes of Bluey are set to premiere in April. Super fucking excited, including the longest.
Wow. You
the-
said Bluey and a bad word in the same sentence. How would Bluey feel about that?
The longest episode. I know my vocabulary is from the dunny because that's what Australians say for toilet. The longest episode of the beloved series to date, the 28-minute episode, The Sign. Home Chef announced their first ever family menu collaboration with Bluey. The special collaboration will feature Bluey themed recipes as well as surprise collectibles every week through April. I am so excited for this. Give me some Home Chef. As for the menu offerings, they're also being inspired by Bluey. Who else is pumped for some Bluey Home Chef? Yes?
What's
No?
Home Chef?
It's one of those meal kit systems where you order, the meals online for, you can say 1 people, 2 people, 3 people.
4.
I don't know why you would
5
say
people, 6 people, 7 people more.
it's a weird way to say it. So I don't know. But then they deliver all the ingredients to your house, and then here's some instructions, and then you cook the meal. Yay?
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So it's like they just give you, give you all the stuff. Hey, this is how much you need. This isn't, you
Yes,
don't have to.
exactly.
Okay. All right. All
Did
right.
you
So
just mansplain like fucking Blue Apron to her?
Well, not Blue Apron, because this is Home Chef. By the way, Blue Apron would have been an easy collaboration for Bluey.
Blue Apron seems like that was a missed opportunity.
Blue Apron fucked it
For
up on that
Bluey.
one. I know.
You know who outbid him? Home Chef.
Home Chef. The Bluey themed recipes will change throughout the month. Additionally, as an enhancement to the experience, customers who choose a Bluey inspired meal will find a surprise Bluey toy inside the box. There's a different collectible each week, like a Happy Meal delivered to your house. All family menu meals will arrive in a special interactive box throughout the month.
Okay, so I have questions about that.
Please.
So let's say Jahmez does this, right? He
Yes.
he gets Home Chef. He decides
He's
to
going
do the Bluey thing. And he, do you get 1 toy, or because you have 3 children, do you get 3 toys?
Ooh, good question. It might depend on how many meals you buy for the week.
Oh,
Like if you buy
okay.
1 meal, like when we get our Home Chef, we do 3 meals for the week.
Okay.
Wait, do you really do Home Chef?
Hell yeah, we do Home Chef.
What?
Yeah. We're on the Bluey chain, bro.
No, James is like, we've been doing Home Chef because we heard about this Bluey thing like 2 years ago. So we knew
Right. They told us 2 years they were going to do it. So they got us for that.
No, we do Home Chef. We like Home Chef. We do it mainly because we have kids and it's hard to run out and actually feed ourselves. So might as well get food delivered to us. But it's good.
Well, I was just imagining if they did just do 1, how many revolts you would have in your house.
Right. I'm so excited for this.
Because you would want the toy.
I'm actually curious, Jahmez. So before the whole Bluey announcement, of all of the like home delivery meal kits and all that kind of stuff, all the ones that are out there, what made you choose Home Chef?
Whatever.
I really feel like Home Chef
was
needs to
being
sponsor
offered?
us as well now after this.
Right?
I know.
I need a home chef code right now. Nerding 10. Go use Nerding 10.
Maybe we'll approach them, but I mean, like honestly, I'm actually curious about this because it's like there's HelloFresh, there's Blue Apron, obviously Home Chef. There's like 1,000 different meal kits that are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Factor. There's like tons of stuff.
So like, what made you choose Home Chef over all of the other ones that are out there?
I
To be now Bluey is a thing, so I'm sure you're like fucking giddy like a schoolgirl. But I mean, like,
giddy like an Australian shepherd dog.
Yeah.
I think we tried a couple different ones and they were okay. Some of them kept getting our orders wrong. Like here's an order, but we're gonna forget like the chicken that goes in the chicken meal.
Oh, wow.
What?
You know,
Oh
so it's
yeah.
like, all right,
that's-
unpack everything. Let's make dinner because we only have 25 minutes. All of a sudden, no chicken. Like, what? So we got rid of that. But I like Home Chef. Their food's good. It's easy. You know, it's well proportioned for an average person. So it forces me to be an average person eating. But it's good. I like it. Meals are like take maybe 35 minutes. I think some of them said like they don't take very long to get done. I'm all into it. Anyway, here's some of the recipes. So they have a turkey and bean chili by Chili. That's the mom's name, Chili. Get it?
Oh.
See what they did there?
Oh yeah.
Bandit and Chili's chicken soup. That's the parents. Bingo's not too spicy takeaway salmon. The Pizza Girls. All right, I like it. Bandit's takeaway pork egg roll in a bowl. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm down with this. Home Chef customers can place orders for the Bluey themed recipes now. You hear that, Double A? You better be not typing in the chat. You better be ordering your Home Chef. Or as we
Apparently,
speak.
Graveyard did HelloFresh for a while.
Yeah.
HelloFresh, but his was like a Halloween horror theme.
Yeah, I
It was
don't
like
know.
zombie
Do they do that?
meal.
Do they go,
It was
like,
Hello Fresh, but it was cow brain.
Dude, what if that's our shtick, right? We do a food delivery service, but it's like horror themed.
oh,
You know, like
Sure, Greg.
or like
for
you
that.
can have nerdy packages. You can do a horror package. You can do like superhero package, super villain package. Yeah. Okay, let's make it happen.
Yeah,
Like
so then like the super the Batman one, because Batman's just a regular dude, would just be like steamed chicken and brown rice.
broccoli. just plain because he has no time to season his food. Oh, that's good.
I don't
no,
think
but
James,
like
I don't think James has noticed the banner that's up yet.
He's just ignoring it, I think.
Yeah. Reading. You forcing to read. But like, you know what I mean? Like zombie brain meatloaf, something like that. Dude, we should do this.
Yeah, no,
somebody
totally.
trademark it. This is good. And then we'll sponsor ourselves.
We'll sponsor ourselves.
Exactly.
And
Sponsored
then-
by Nerd Meals.
Nerd meal.
Use code nerding10, get 10% off, and then we'll give a code for Graveyard and Pot Out at Night, but it'll only be 9% off. Just to be a dick.
No, I was gonna say, here's what would be really fun. So we could have one like set for like, you know, people trying to like, you know, lose weight or work out and try to, you know, build themselves. We can call it Nerdy, Dirty, Curvy.
Oh.
Nerdy, dirty, and curvy. I like that.
Yeah.
That could just be added in with all of the rest of the merch that we have, because ladies and gentlemen, transition perfectly executed. We got merch, people.
We got merch, people. We got a hat for $35. The DeLongs need a distance nerding hat. It's $35, $30 each if you can buy multiple hats. We were just talking to some people. We may get more hats. We may be getting some more hats. But until then, we have shirts. We got 2 different shirts. We got our logo shirt, Distance Nerding, or we got our character shirt with Unipool and Jahmez 5000 on it. All you got to do is DM us at Distance Nerding. Tell us what size you want. Tell us how many you're looking for. They're $20 each or $25 if we got to ship it to you. Come get them. They're awesome. And if you want some stickers, we're ordering more stickers as we speak. So con season is fast approaching. All the merch is coming for Distance Nerding. Hooray!
And if you guys are really wanting to hook us up and help us out, hop on X, Twitter right now, and tag Home Chef and say that you really want them to sponsor us, and go and listen to the 20-minute plug that we just gave them on our show.
Right? Yeah.
I like it.
That's so funny. I just thought, I mean, I honestly wanted to know because I hadn't ever heard of Home Chef.
I hadn't
And Yeah, so that's why I was like, what the heck's Home Chef?
Well, that's kind of why you saw me get a little like excited at it, because I was just like, well, James is already using
Yeah.
Home Chef, and it's like, well, okay, I've never heard of Home Chef, and I know all the other brands that are out there. So it's like, if you already chose to use Home Chef, it's like, why did you choose that over Blue Apron or HelloFresh? He gave us the answer already, but I mean, like, yeah, like that kind of like it intrigued me to know that a brand that I've never heard of that my friend is already using. So it's like,
Right. No, I totally get it. I'm on board with this. Everybody, tell your friends, tell your enemies, have them all hashtag like at all sorts of things Home Chef. So, and get us a sponsorship. We want to do this. Let it happen.
At Home Chef, and do hashtag Home Chef sponsor DN, please.
Yes.
I like it. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk schedule. Next week is going to be our last week at this time slot. So, guys, if you have been enjoying this time slot, I would, we would continue doing this time slot, but I go back to work. So, Mondays, Game On with Phil from 8 to 12. Currently, I've been doing pretty much game streams almost every day, just to kind of get through it all and all that. Right now, I am currently playing Shadow of War. I finished Shadow of Mordor yesterday.
You finished it?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good.
Bravo. That you need to put that on your resume.
I know, right?
That's the kind of thing
my
that
resume,
people will look at it and they'll be like, you finished that game?
Yeah, and Shadow of War is like even harder because the AI, they up the AI in it. So like even at the very beginning, like you think it's hard playing against the orcs in Shadow of War and in Shadow of Mordor. In Shadow of War, they learn your tactics. Right? And
that's just hateful.
Yeah, they tell you too. So like, there's a move when you get high enough in Shadow of Mordor that when you can jump over an orc in order to get to the next part, right? The captains will learn the way that you fight. So if you do those jumps a lot, it'll learn and it grabs you midair and throws you, and it tells you orc tactics have changed, or Uruk tactics have learned your tactics, right? So now you have to like change the way you fight them because they like have learned the way you fight. It sucks, but they also added like
they yeet you.
They do. He literally does.
I was watching you play, and
like, if they do it out a window, it's defenestration. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The tactics they had was like, hey, we're about to die. Let's run away. Like I've never seen.
Oh my God, it pissed me off so much.
I've never seen your enemies that you're fighting just decide to run away.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
It upset me so much. There was one dude who I specifically needed to control him so that I could have him fight another captain, because like later on in the game you get to do that, right? So I needed to like take over his mind so I could have him fight another captain, and he kept just running away every time I got to the point where I could grab him, right? And it was like there's like 1,000 orcs around me, and I can't grab him long enough to like to get him under my influence. I'm just like, after a while, it just pissed me off, and I just killed him. I was like, fuck this guy. I'm not I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go and find another guy to take over his place.
Sandra and Jeff said that you need to have your kids there, James, because David McCormack and Melanie Zanetti will be at SAC Anime Summer. I don't know. I guess they're Bluey related, I would assume.
Yeah, that's the Bandit and Chili, the parents.
Oh. Yeah.
So James, you need to,
which is funny because they never met in person until like, because they're in Australia.
Yeah.
They never met in person until they went on the like Tonight Show, and they're like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." They never met in person until
that's
like 2 years after the show.
But I mean, that's like something
created.
that would happen, right? I mean, because all their voice is, so you don't have to be in the same room. Like, if we've learned nothing from Marie, or if we've learned one thing from Marie, it is that You do not have to be in the same place.
They don't do ensemble cast anymore. We've learned that from a lot of our voice actor friends. So moving on, Tuesdays, the download, the show you're watching right now typically goes right now. It's been going from 10 to 12. We're going to be moving back to next week is the last time that we're going to be doing the 10 to 12 show. And then we'll be going back to the 6:30 to 8:30. Thursdays, the build from 6 to 8, where I build Lego and we talk to guests and have nerdy conversations and fun stuff. All the conversations have been great the last couple of weeks.
To the point that we never got to the brackets.
But see, that happens a lot though. Like it happens a lot. Now this week is Oops All Brackets. So we're going to be doing nothing but a bracket episode this week just because our guest this week had to reschedule. So and just nobody took the time slot. So this is a good week for us to just do brackets if that is given that Graveyard can be on the show because his work has been screwing him over. No, I mean, they're not screwing him over. They're giving him work, but I mean, yeah, that. So
that's good though. You need to break it up.
Interferes.
You need to break it up a little bit. I really enjoyed that conversation you had with Kalani.
Yeah.
That was fun.
From Sky Hoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Pure Magic Entertainment.
Yeah.
Or is it Productions?
Awesome.
Pure Magic Entertainment.
It's an awesome.
Oh, production.
Awesome conversation. It was good.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he was a blast, and like some of the actors were in the thread. It was a fun time. It felt kind of flash mobby, but like digitally.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
while.
their movie kind of felt like a flash mob, anyways, especially at the con, right?
Yeah, and like ramen, I don't know. I was like, I'm not a huge ramen fan. I like ramen, but I'm just not. It's not something that I'm like, I'm gonna pick ramen every time. So, and then like what was it, James? You were talking about the Sky Hoshi pink ramen. Sell that. I would totally buy that.
There you go.
So sorry.
Hey, we're almost a pluggable
merch opportunity.
So let's plug them. So
right there. So yes. Speaking of that, let's get into the pluggables. Fray, give us your plugs. What are all the things you do outside of the distance nerding sphere here?
I feel like I haven't earned the pluggables today.
You get your pluggables no matter what because we love you.
Well, I'm here on Tuesdays. Last week I was like here every day, I feel like. And then I also do a couple shows on Kyber Cave. And yeah, you can see me over there. I do my own channel, Fray Girl, and there's a couple shows on there. There's Classified and Journals of the Classes, which is wrapping up soon. And then we will be starting another either will do the one shots for the magic or like for magic stuff, and then or we'll do the races of the D&D characters, just so everybody can kind of get an idea of what you can do with D&D now. So yeah,
awesome.
And that's it. I'm on all the socials, all of them, pretty much all of them. No, not OnlyFans though. I am not on OnlyFans.
Well, the rest of us are.
Philippe's doing enough for everybody on OnlyFans.
Right.
All right.
Man.
Awesome. All right. Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerdington Post.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you got to make it there. You got to make it anywhere. Of course, whole big thing is just trying to support us, because if you want to support us, all you got to do is go to distancenerding.com, click on that button at the top of the screen that says buy us a taco, and you can buy us a taco. Join the taco party. That's right. Be one of the cool people out there supporting Distance Nerding. If you want to support us in the best way possible, that is the way to do it. Or you can head over to Twitch and you can become a subscriber on Twitch. All those things help us continue to do more and do more on the back end for everybody. Do more shows, get more prizes. We're gonna have a shit ton of prizes for this next upcoming show here.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, we just want to give things away, because remember, guys, I am not afraid to buy your affection. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us.
I would prefer that you give me your affection for free.
Will you get my ladies and gentlemen, connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and handles and the beard and James's glasses on the table. Just those three things, nothing else.
Found him.
Yeah, but it's not to say that we're not exploiting your glasses and putting them on the OnlyFans.
I hear that your glasses have lots of demands.
Yeah, they definitely do. They do. Fucking divas. All at Distance Nerding. And if you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us and spit us out at the feet of villains from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, then you can Johnny Mayo. You spit us at the feet of Johnny Mayo.
Johnny Mayo.
Send us an email at dist.
I actually charge people for my affection. Thank you very much.
Really?
It's not free. Nothing in life is free. You're giving them
your affection isn't free. I wish I had known this before we made that deal.
Yeah, I'm looking at one of those pops behind you, so expect one of those to leave your collection.
Okay. I mean, I think there are only really Wonder Woman ones over here.
Yeah,
I'll find you one. I'll find you one.
And snerding at AOL.com, and we will read your email on the show. So, guys, before we hit the dance party, that is it from us.
I'm going to bring my Leia. I'm going to do my General Leia pop for now, since we talked about Star Wars.
We did talk about Star Wars. All right, everybody. Thanks, and keep nerding
together.
Yay!
Hey, together. We said it together. Yay!
Did we?
Yeah! Palpatine Poots!
She ain't no princess. She's a general.
Marty!
We have to get back to the future, Marty! To the future? Sorry, wrong version of Marty. That's Morty. Oh my God! We gotta get back to the future!
I really want Tom Holland and RDJ to do a reboot of Back to the Future.
Oh, that'd be an awesome casting.
Well, they did. Do you remember all those like little shorts that they would do? And they would just like totally AI face them. Oh man, awesome.
Speaking of RDJ.
I want Morris to be in the second Shang-Chi movie.
We'll see everybody next week or on Thursday.